Everyone on the squad is equal. Even while this expression is more generally used in reference to real football, it might be misleading when used in the NFL. A number of players, including those who aren't quarterbacks, are poised to make significant contributions to the 2022 NFL season. Training camp has begun, and thus, in no particular order, we look at the 10 most essential figures for the 2022 NFL season. To begin, we have Trey Lance, quarterback, San Francisco 49ers. In San Francisco, it's Lance time. Everyone loves the concept of a rookie quarterback studying the game from the sidelines, taking his time and honing his skill away from the limelight and pressure, but eventually it's time to depart. The Niners are relishing the unknown. Lance was brought in to tackle a specific schematic puzzle that Jimmy Garoppolo was unable to solve. Garoppolo was a member of a team that came within a field goal of the Super Bowl and advanced to the NFC Championship game. However, his shortcomings were constantly revealed. Lance may not be as reliable as Garoppolo, but he boosts the team's potential. No club in the NFL has a wider variety of outcomes in 2022 than the Niners. Sitting here at the beginning of August, you might be convinced that they will win it all because of Kyle Shanahan's reworked offense, a loaded defensive line, a reshaped secondary, and Lance. It's also possible that they win 6 games, that Lance is unprepared, that the defensive line reverts to the mean. The new starting quarterback is the most important difference between the two. Number 2, Roger Goodell, NFL Commissioner. 2 critical factors weigh heavily on Goodell as the season begins. He will be the chief appellant in Deshaun Watson's upcoming appeal. The authority for the commissioner or his designee to appeal any judgment by the league's newly appointed disciplinary officer, who handed down a 6-game ban on Monday, is tucked away in the fine print of the newest CBA. Then there's Daniel Snyder and the Washington Commanders to consider. Snyder, the league's most cartoonishly nasty owner, continues to pull the Washington club and the league into his own swamp. Snyder eventually answered questions from the House Oversight Committee under oath last Thursday. The Congressional Committee is still looking into the Washington franchise and allegations that Snyder presided over a poisonous work environment. Other owners are said to be frustrated with Snyder's behavior, may be enough to kick him out of the league. Snyder is a legendary litigator, which has served as a cover for him and the organization during his shady tenure. However, as the allegations increase, including that he submitted a set of false books to his league colleagues, Goodell may be obliged to take action to remove the owner. Number 3, Patrick Mahomes, quarterback, Kansas City Chiefs. Last season, the Chiefs missed out on a second-half comeback in the AFC Championship game. Tyreek Hill and Tyrann Mathieu, cornerstones of the squad's recent success, are no longer with the team. Hill was a one-of-a-kind field tilter who made things easy for his quarterback and the pass catchers around him. He instilled in the whole offensive the notion that no deficit was insurmountable. To lead another postseason drive, Mahomes will need to establish a quick rapport with his new supporting cast. He has had a fortunate start to his career with the right coach, franchise, and supporting cast. The Chiefs roster remains one of the league's most talented, but it is now up to Mahomes to improve the quality of those around him. Number 4, LA Rams head coach Sean McVay. McVay hopes to become the first head coach since Bill Belichick in 2003-2004 to lead a club to back-to-back Super Bowl victories. He's also on track to become the league's highest-paid coach, with sources claiming his new deal would outpay Belichick's. While the Rams are attempting to lock onto McVay for the long term, rumors remain that McVay would be delighted to leave the Rams, whether for another job or TV work, if the team's cap sins of the last few years come up to them. Number 5, Dr. Alex Steinforth, NFL Germany. The NFL has reached a new milestone in its foreign growth. Previously, there was a strong emphasis on London, with allusions to games in Canada and Mexico, but the league is now going worldwide. The NFL granted 18 clubs exclusive international home market areas in 26 locations across 8 nations. As the NFL consolidates its streaming rights, it is intent on getting as many eyes on games as possible, regardless of location. Money is dollars, eyes are eyeballs. Germany is the next critical border. The NFL will play a regular season game in Munich for the first time. More than 3 million people queued for tickets to the Buccaneers-Seahawks matchup in November. The high demand for tickets to the inaugural game will almost certainly result in a second game in 2023, with the possibility of further games in various German markets, Frankfurt, Dusseldorf, in the coming years. Number 6, Aaron Rodgers, quarterback, Green Bay Packers. Over the winter, the Packers were finally able to put an end to the Aaron Rodgers will he won't he controversy. Rodgers agreed to a 3-year, $151 million contract extension. Does this imply Rodgers will play for the next 3 years? Who can say? Does this imply he's content? What we do know is that Rodgers' big contract made it difficult for the Packers to improve this summer. The team was able to maintain the majority of its core together by finding enough cash beneath the sofa. However, due to the salary ceiling, Green Bay had to say farewell to valued contributors. Davante Adams, a one-man offense disguised as a receiver, was the biggest loss. The Packers remain one of the NFL's most talented teams, but it's difficult to pinpoint more than one area where they significantly improved this offseason. Rodgers is still at the top of his powers, hunting for a 3rd consecutive MVP award, but it's been shown that he cannot carry a team to a championship alone. Number 7. Jerry Jones, owner, Dallas Cowboys. Jones has previously mentioned the comfort of his head coach's seat. Mike McCarthy claims he is not in any danger. However, Jones would want to point out that he does have alternatives. Jones will help determine whether or not the Cowboys can mount a credible title challenge, which might necessitate a mid-season switch from McCarthy to one of his ready-to-go coordinators. As one of the league's power brokers, Jones will be substantially engaged in any decision regarding Daniel Snyder's ownership of the Commanders and the Walton family's acquisition of the Broncos. Number 8. Josh McDaniels, head coach, Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders would be a lock to win their division in the NFL if they played in any other conference. They would on average enter the season as the preseason favorite. However, if you put them in the AFC West, you will have a team with an equal chance of finishing first or last. In his second season as a head coach, McDaniels has taken over a team with the most influential group of skill position players in all of football. Adams, one of his receivers, is considered the finest in the game. Darren Waller, one of the best tight ends, is under his control. In the person of Hunter Renfrow, the pair has a third banana who is overqualified. The new contract that Derek Carr signed gives the Raiders stability at quarterback, and it does so with a guy who is becoming better. It is expected that the Raiders will be competitive. It would appear that the other teams in the AFC West are better rounded. It is almost transparent that McDaniels and his team will feel obligated to play the role of spoiler, halting the Chargers' momentum, making things challenging for Mahomes and the Chiefs, and effectively bringing an end to the era of Walton, Wilson, and Hackett in Denver. Number 9. Ken Dorsey, offensive coordinator, Buffalo Bills. The Bills don't have any evident flaws. They have the most skilled and deep roster in the NFL. They have a fantastic quarterback. They have playmakers strewn throughout the field. They have an excellent offensive line. Their defensive line is stacked. Their secondary contains the league's finest safety duo. They are deep in the corner. The only conceivable cause for concern is the replacement of Brian Daboll as offensive coordinator with Ken Dorsey. Daboll and Allen used a unique system. While Dorsey will almost certainly try to repeat that success, some teething troubles are probable, though unlikely. Finally, Tom Brady, quarterback, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The story of Brady's retirement-unretirement dominated the offseason. After visiting Salford, Brady realized he wasn't ready to completely give up on football. It's unclear if this is his last season before accepting a hefty offer from Fox. Even at the age of 44, he has not yet reached his full potential. Having another season worthy of the MVP award is now more of a certainty than a prediction. The Buccaneers are one of the two early favorites to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl this season, the other being the Rams. This is because the Bucs have strengthened their attack at both the line and the skill spots. Well, that marks the end of our video for today. We hope you enjoyed it. On your way out, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more content like this in future. Thanks for watching.